Hello, and welcome everyone to English Weaver, the place where we learn English through listening and shadowing together. Today, I'm excited to share an idea that could change your learning journey forever, so don't forget to subscribe. Imagine standing in a busy airport, ear pressed to the phone, searching for the right words. I once froze when I needed to say a simple phrase, and it taught me the power of preparation and a little memory bank. That moment felt like silence stretched into an eternity, until I scrambled to recall a phrase I had jotted down weeks before. The relief when it finally came back reminded me that planning matters as much as practice. That experience led me to a simple truth. If you collect useful phrases, you never have to panic again. Every phrase is a tool, and each tool makes communication smoother, more confident, and more natural. Today, I will guide you through creating your own English phrase bank, a personalized collection of expressions you can rely on in any situation, whether you are traveling, working, or chatting with friends. You will discover how a phrase bank turns random vocabulary into ready-to-use sentences. This approach bridges the gap between isolated words and real conversation, helping you speak more fluidly. Many learners memorize endless lists of words, but freeze when it's time to speak. A phrase bank solves this by giving you complete chunks of language that fit together with ease. Think of your phrase bank as a toolbox. Each phrase is a well-crafted instrument, ready for immediate use. When you need it, you simply select the right tool and watch your confidence soar. Over the next few minutes, I want you to picture yourself flipping through your own phrase bank and finding the perfect sentence for any moment, whether you are ordering food or starting a meeting. By the end of this talk, you will understand why building a phrase bank is more effective than rote memorization, and you will be ready to start collecting your own powerful expressions. Now let's dive into why this method matters so much and explore the benefits and consequences of ignoring such a simple but impactful strategy. Learning English can feel overwhelming when you face unknown situations without ready phrases to guide you through conversations. This can lead to anxiety and hesitation, blocking your progress. Without a phrase bank, you may scrap together words like puzzle pieces that don't fit, leading to awkward pauses and loss of confidence whenever you speak with others. Collecting complete expressions gives you a safety net, supporting fluid speech rather than word-by-word translation that often produces confusing or unnatural sentences. Imagine attending an important meeting, your heart racing as others speak, and you struggle to form coherent thoughts because you lack practiced phrases to bridge your ideas. Having your own list of go-to phrases empowers you to respond instantly, preventing those freezing moments and letting you focus on ideas rather than grammar or vocabulary gaps. A phrase bank also accelerates comprehension, since familiar chunks of language become anchors. As you hear them, you instinctively grasp meaning and context faster. Research shows that learning in chunks mirrors how children acquire language, focusing on patterns and collocations rather than isolated words, enhancing retention and recall. By ignoring this approach, you risk wasting countless hours memorizing long word lists with minimal real-world application, leaving you unprepared when you really need to communicate. You might know the word reservation, but fumble when you try to ask, "Could I make a reservation for 2 at 7 p.m.?" because you never practice that complete pattern. Building a phrase bank reduces mental load since you leverage ready-made constructions instead of creating sentences from scratch, allowing smoother conversation flow. Emotional impact matters too. Every successful interaction fuels motivation. Each time you retrieve a phrase effortlessly, you experience a surge of confidence that reinforces learning. Conversely, repeated failure to express yourself creates discouragement, eroding your enthusiasm and making you doubt your ability to ever speak English fluently. A phrase bank creates positive feedback loops, where ease of expression and understanding lead to more practice, which in turn expands your collection and further improves fluency. Moreover, phrases embody cultural nuance. By storing complete sentences, you absorb natural intonation, rhythm, and typical collocations that dictionaries alone cannot teach. This insider knowledge of the language reduces misunderstandings and increases your ability to connect with native speakers on a deeper level, fostering real relationships. Consider travel scenarios. A phrase bank filled with essential travel expressions ensures you can ask for directions, navigate transport, and order meals without stress or confusion. In professional life, a curated set of business phrases helps you navigate negotiations, presentations, and small talk with confidence, demonstrating professionalism and clarity. Even casual conversations benefit. Having fun idioms or compliments at hand makes you more engaging and personable, turning language learning into authentic social experiences. If you skip building this bank, you miss out on these advantages, leaving your learning fragmented and forcing you to piece together sentences in real time, which is exhausting. You risk plateauing at an intermediate level, familiar with grammar rules but unable to apply them spontaneously, stuck in a cycle of preparation without performance. Recognizing these risks highlights why a phrase bank is more than a luxury. It is an essential strategy for anyone who wants to truly speak and understand English. Next, you will see how easy it is to start collecting and organizing your own personalized phrase bank, transforming your study routine into a powerful communication toolkit. Remember that each phrase you add today will save you hours of confusion tomorrow, turning unpredictable conversations into predictable, manageable interactions. By valuing phrases over isolated words, you align your learning with how language naturally operates, focusing on meaningful units that you can reproduce effortlessly. This method not only boosts your speaking skills but also sharpens your listening, reading, and writing abilities as you recognize and employ these patterns across all contexts. The impact of a phrase bank extends beyond words. It shapes your mindset, shifting you from a beginner who guesses at language to a confident user who wields English like a tool. The stakes are high if you ignore this approach. Frustration, wasted effort, stalled progress, and the persistent feeling that you are always one step behind native speakers. Embracing a phrase bank gives you a competitive edge. Whether you are a student aiming for academic success, a professional seeking career advancement, or a traveler craving authentic experiences. With each phrase you master, you reinforce neural pathways in your brain, making retrieval faster and communication more automatic so you can speak without second-guessing yourself. Now that you understand why this strategy is crucial and what you risk by neglecting it, let's explore the concrete steps to build your own phrase bank and start reaping these benefits. Start by selecting themes relevant to your life, such as greetings, travel, food, and work. This ensures your phrase bank is practical and tied to real situations you encounter every day as a learner. Next, gather authentic sources like podcasts, movies, articles, and conversations. Listen for useful expressions and write down entire sentences rather than single words in your notebook or app. For example, while watching a travel vlog, you might note, "Could you recommend a local restaurant that is not too expensive?" capturing both polite tone and vocabulary. Organize your collection by categories or topics using a spreadsheet, note cards, or a digital flashcard app. Label each row or card with the phrase, meaning, pronunciation tip, and context. A sample spreadsheet could include columns for phrase, meaning, usage, context, example, and audio link, making it easy to review and apply each phrase in conversations. Categorizing phrases allows you to quickly find the right sentence when you need it. For instance, under dining, you could include, "May I see the menu, please?" and "I have a food allergy to nuts." Then decide on a review schedule using spaced repetition intervals. Review new phrases after 1 day, 3 days, a week, and so on, reinforcing long-term memorization and recall. Use a flashcard app or calendar reminders to prompt you. For instance, set notifications to review 5 new phrases each morning, ensuring consistent practice without overwhelm. Record yourself speaking each phrase aloud. This active approach boosts retention, and playback helps you refine pronunciation, intonation, and natural rhythm for each sentence. For deeper learning, record short dialogue using your phrases. For example, role-play ordering coffee. "Good morning, I would like a cappuccino, please, with an extra shot of espresso." Listening back to these recordings shows you where stress patterns need adjustment, and you gradually sound more natural instead of robotic when reciting key expressions. Now integrate your phrase bank into real conversations. Start small by using one new phrase each day and gradually increase as you gain confidence and familiarity with the expressions. For instance, greet a colleague with, "How was your weekend? I hope you had some time to relax," which feels more natural than generic, "Hello, how are you?" To expand further, combine existing phrases to craft new ones. Adapt templates by swapping out specific details, such as, "Could I have the check, please?" to, "Could I have the bill for table 5, please?" This recombination technique builds creativity and flexibility, showing that a phrase bank is not static, but a dynamic resource that grows with your usage. Additionally, incorporate visual aids, such as pictures or icons next to phrases, helping you link images with sentences, which accelerates recall and makes review sessions more engaging. Create a simple index at the front of your notebook or top of your app with quick access topics. Jump directly to important phrases, emergencies, travel tips, or business language. Remember to note common variations. For example, both, "Could you tell me how to get to the station?" and the shorter, "How do I get to the station?" are useful, so include both in your bank. Using color coding for urgent or frequently used phrases highlights priority entries, making it easy to focus your attention during quick review at work or on the go. Periodically audit your phrase bank, remove outdated or unused expressions, and replace them with new ones reflecting your current interests and language level. Track progress by marking phrases as mastered once you can use them confidently in conversation without hesitation, and allocate more practice to weaker entries. To boost motivation, share your favorite phrases with a study partner or online community. Teaching others reinforces your own learning and spurs feedback on correctness. Explore themed phrase collections like idioms for socializing, business meeting starters, or emergency phrases for safety, diversifying your bank and preparing you for varied contexts. Compile example dialogues for each theme, such as a full conversation at a hotel reception, integrating multiple phrases smoothly from check-in to asking for recommendations. Evaluate the usefulness of each phrase by noting how often you use it and how comfortable you feel. This data-driven approach ensures your bank remains practical and relevant. Finally, set a monthly goal to add a specific number of phrases, for instance, 20 new sentences drawn from authentic listening materials, keeping your phrase bank fresh and expansive. By following these strategies step by step, you transform scattered notes into an organized, living resource that powers both comprehension and effortless speaking. Consistency is key, so incorporate review and expansion into your daily routine, making phrase bank building a habit rather than an occasional task. Over time, your phrase bank evolves into a customized toolkit that reflects your personal language journey, making speaking English not only possible but enjoyable. Embrace technology tools like voice memos, language apps, and digital notebooks, but balance them with handwritten entries which enhance memory through physical writing motions. In essence, the secret lies not only in collecting phrases, but in structured organization, regular practice, and creative application to real-life situations. With this blueprint, you now have a clear path to build, refine, and maintain a powerful phrase bank that supports all aspects of English learning. Next, we will address common hurdles learners face when implementing this system and provide actionable solutions to keep you motivated and on track. Remember, each step you take here brings you closer to confident, fluent English communication with far less anxiety and more enjoyment every day. Implementing your phrase bank can feel overwhelming at first. You might struggle to find time each day for review. An inconsistent habit can stall your progress if left unchecked. Another common challenge is losing motivation when results don't appear immediately. You may doubt the effort and skip sessions, allowing your bank to remain incomplete and unused. Lack of clear goals often creates confusion. Without defined targets, you collect random phrases aimlessly, making your resource cluttered instead of organized around your real language needs. To overcome time constraints, start with micro-sessions. Allocate just 5 minutes each morning to review a handful of key phrases. Small, consistent actions compound into significant gains. When motivation dips, connect your bank to personal interests. Choose phrases from favorite songs, movies, or travel scenarios, turning study into enjoyable exploration rather than chore. Distractions and reduced focus plague many learners. Create a dedicated study zone free from phones or noise, and schedule uninterrupted blocks to immerse yourself fully in reviewing expressions. Complexity of organization can intimidate. Avoid overwhelming spreadsheets at first. Use simple notebooks or basic digital folders sorted by topic, then gradually refine your system as you gain confidence. To simplify management color code your entries by priority or frequency, this visual cue helps you quickly identify the most essential phrases during busy review sessions or emergency use. Technical issues like app crashes or lost notes can derail progress. Regularly back up your digital bank to cloud storage and maintain a mirrored, handwritten copy in your notebook for safety. Building backups prevents frustration when devices fail. You'll always have access to your vital expressions, whether online or offline, preserving continuity in your learning routine. Feeling plateau after initial progress is normal. When you notice stagnation, reassess your method, perhaps increasing the difficulty of phrases or adding more authentic materials like interviews or speeches. To break stagnation, diversify your sources, explore podcasts, news stories, or social media clips that challenge you, then extract fresh phrases to inject new energy into your resource. Peer support can make a big difference. Share your bank with a study buddy and exchange feedback. Learning from each other's selected phrases builds community and accountability. Establish feedback loops by testing your phrases in real conversations. Note which expressions feel awkward or unnatural, and refine your entries based on actual communicative experiences. Now let's outline a clear roadmap that guides you from challenge identification to confident usage, ensuring you can tackle obstacles effectively and keep your phrase bank thriving. First, create a detailed checklist that lists daily, weekly, and monthly tasks: morning review, evening recording, weekly audit, and monthly expansion with new thematic sets. For daily review plan, pick 3 to 5 phrases each session. Speak them aloud, record yourself, and listen back, reinforcing memory through auditory and vocal repetition. Weekly audit involves reviewing your spreadsheet or notes, marking mastered phrases, removing outdated entries, and reorganizing categories to reflect your evolving needs. Monthly expansion sets a goal for adding a fixed number of new expressions, perhaps 20 per month, drawn from authentic sources to keep your bank fresh and aligned with real usage. Choose your tools wisely. Combine a reliable flashcard app for spaced repetition with a physical notebook for tactile learning, blending digital convenience and kinesthetic memory benefits. Develop an offline strategy by printing key topic sheets or carrying a small phrase card stack in your wallet, allowing impromptu review even without internet access or power. An accountability partner can help immensely. Schedule weekly check-ins with a friend or tutor to discuss progress, challenges, and to practice new phrases together in conversation. Set reminders using calendar alerts or phone notifications, flagging scheduled review times and roadmap milestones so you never miss a study session amid a busy day. Logging your progress in a simple journal tracks how many phrases you've mastered, how often you used them, and highlights areas needing further practice to guide your focus. Reward your milestones to stay motivated. Treat yourself to a favorite snack after reviewing a batch of phrases, or celebrate when you use 10 new expressions in real dialogue. When you hit roadblocks, troubleshoot by adjusting your routine, perhaps shortening sessions, changing topics, or exploring new media formats to keep the process engaging and effective. With these solutions and your action plan in hand, you are ready to conquer common challenges, fortify your phrase bank system, and maintain the momentum toward fluent, confident English use. Building a phrase bank has empowered you with ready-made expressions that remove hesitation and let you focus on the conversation, rather than worrying about forgotten words or grammar mistakes. By collecting, organizing, and practicing complete phrases, you have built a toolkit that accelerates your speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills across everyday academic and professional contexts. Thank you for spending time with me today. I am grateful for your attention and commitment to improving your English. Your engagement motivates me to create more valuable content for this community. If you enjoyed this session, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to English Weaver to receive the latest lessons, phrase tips, and engaging stories designed just for you. Now I would love to hear from you. What challenge did you find most valuable in building your phrase bank? Please leave a comment below and share your experience. Also, feel free to suggest which English topic or story you want next. Your feedback guides future episodes and ensures we cover what matters most to you. Together, we can continue weaving English stories that inspire and teach. Every comment helps shape our journey and strengthens this supportive learning community. I look forward to reading your thoughts and seeing your phrase banks in action. Let us build fluency one phrase at a time and celebrate each success along the way. Until next time, remember that consistent practice and curiosity are your best allies. Keep adding new expressions and revisiting old favorites to keep your skills sharp. Keep exploring authentic materials, stay playful with new phrases, and never hesitate to pause, repeat, and shadow until each sentence feels natural in your voice. Your phrase bank reflects your unique journey and goals, so personalize it with your favorite themes and revisit it often to see how far you have come. Thank you again for joining me. I am excited to continue this adventure with you on English Weaver. See you in the next episode and happy learning.